Hey, everybody on the Pro Forum. Put my phone down, and I figured I'd talk to y'all about another thing um, that was requested. It was requested for me to talk about one of my most embarrassing photography moments. Well, believe it or not, this has happened to me two times. Two times. And some have heard the story before, some have not, but it is 100% true. And yes, it's happened to me two times. It just recently happened less than 2 years ago again. But the first time it happened was the worst, and it was the most embarrassing. So I'll tell you that story. Girl comes in. First of all, to understand, I had done a whole bunch of senior portraits all in a row, one after the other, after the other, after the other. It was a very busy time. Must have been either March or April when I do a bunch of seniors. Boom, 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 boom. Several a day. A bunch coming in, have problems, retouching, back and forth. And I just get very frustrated this time of year because I'm busy and I can't concentrate, and it just gets very frustrating. Well, I'm doing this group of senior girls, all it seemed like from the same school, and they had this hair that would hang down in their face like this, one after the other. And so I would get in there and I would move the hair like this, and I would get it all perfect, and before long it would drift back in the face. And I would move it out the face, and it would drift back in the face. And it was so frustrating because it was so thin, stringy hair, and one after the other, And it gets to where it is beyond aggravating. And of course the joke among some key photographer buddies of mine is that photographer heaven was in the 80s when girls would just spray their hair down. It was this big giant hair, but it was sprayed down with hairspray, and it just wouldn't move. They would walk in and it was just perfect all the time. Well, those days, trust me, are long gone. Well, this one girl, like I said, it was about a week or 2 weeks in a row of all of this hair in the eye thing. And this one girl, she comes in, and it's especially bad. I mean, it is completely, it's not just like this, just one or two little hairs. It is completely covering the eye like this. And I said, that is it. I've had it up to here. I am going to say something about this. This is ridiculous. So I said, okay, sugar, let me ask you something. Did you go, when you got your hair cut, did you go and specifically say, cut my hair in such a way that you completely cover up one eye to where you can't see that eye altogether? Or was it an accident? What is the deal? Because I can't do the pictures like this. I can't do it with one eye completely covered like this. And she said, well, you see, Mr. Kirk, the thing is, when I was born, I was only born, she pulls her hair back like this. She says, I was only born with one eye. And right here is a hole, a socket, nothing. It's just completely empty, no eyeball. And so she pulls the hair back and she says, so I gotta have my hair cut like this so that, you don't see that missing eyeball. And I'm like, oh, hold on while I remove my foot from my mouth. Yes, the girl had no eyeball. The one time I finally say something, she has no eyeball. Well, like I said, just a couple of years ago, it happened to me again, except this girl, her hair was just, it was kind of like this, and I was like, could you do something? It kind of makes, I can't hardly see your eye. And she goes, oh, well, you see, I have a glass eye. And I'm like, I cannot believe I did this twice. So that's the most embarrassing. Another funny one, it kind of made me think of it while I'm telling you the story. I had this girl, seriously, I had her elbow on a table, and let me get kind of close to the camera so you can see. She was like this. And when she leaned on her hand like this, she pulled one eye real slanted like this. And I said, oh, baby, don't do that. It makes you look Chinese. She goes, I am Chinese. And so I'm like, oh, northern or southern? And she said, I don't know. I don't remember what she said. But I'm like, I cannot believe of all the people that I'm going to say, don't do that, it makes you look Chinese. She's actually Chinese. So those are just a few of Kirk's most embarrassing moments. I hope you got a kick out of that. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.